If you've been watching my channel for a while, you may recall that a few years back I had a rather tragic event at the range with my youngest son. Emotionally tragic, but tragic nonetheless. He was actually transitioning from his single-action .22 revolvers to a semi-automatic .22. He was trying to test the waters to see which one he liked better. You know, he was getting a little too old for the single-action .22. So he was trying lots of different guns, double action, single action 22s, little Ruger 2245s, etc. And during the day, I asked him, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the double action, single action revolvers, or do you prefer the semi-automatic? And I wasn't really prepared for what he said. Revolvers or semi-automatics?
Semi-automatic.
Wow.
Yeah. I have to reload every time.
Yeah.
I found
I
had that. What?
Shameful and lazy.
The
Yep, that's right. My son, the Yankee Marshal son, was a semi-automatic fan. Preferred them over revolvers. I think most of you out there will agree that I understandably felt like I had failed as a parent. And I just didn't know what to do. But, kids these days, you got to let them do what they want to do. You got to accept them as who they are. So I was just like, okay, you can shoot semi-automatics. And, I've lived with that stigma for a while now. But I just wanted to say my son kind of redeemed himself this week. He's getting too old for 22s. He finds them boring now, just like I do, and most anybody who's got any sense does. So he said, I want to move up to bigger caliber. So we've been shooting some different caliber guns. He's shot everything from like 380 up to now my 45 ACP guns. And we were going through a bunch of them the other day, took a bunch of them to the range and said, let's see which one you like the best. And then you can kind of concentrate on that gun. Because he notices I concentrate mainly on one gun when I'm shooting. It's usually the gun that I'm carrying. So he wanted a gun like that for him. So we went through all these different guns. And I think everyone knows I have a wide variety of semi-automatic guns. Pretty much anything he wants to test, I can get a hold of or I already own. So I figured, oh my God, he's going to love some, technological plastic marvel, one of these aberrations, like Glocks or M&P or even maybe something a little flashier like an Archon or something like that. But, like I say, he redeemed himself. After shooting a bunch of guns, he determined the gun he'd like to shoot the most was a 1911. Lean forward a little. There you got it. Try it again. He's hitting the little spinner. Jittery cameraman.
Nah.
Push and pull. There you go. Push and pull. As you can see there, that's what he ended up shooting the most of. I didn't even want to let him move up to 45 yet. I thought it might be a little much for him, but it wasn't. He actually felt it was more comfortable than the 9mm and the 380s, etc., which I understand with the 380s because they're smaller guns. But he thought the 45 ACP was the most fun to shoot. He liked the 1911 as far as design and comfort, etc., better. He thought it pointed better, and he just loved the entire package of the 1911 with the 45 ACP. So now he says his favorite semi-automatic gun is the 1911, which, kind of like I said, redeems him, makes me a little bit proud again. Now, the only problem I have now is I said, well, great, then you can shoot this 1911 every time we go to the range. And he was like, oh, I don't want to shoot one of your 1911s. And I was like, well, you can't own a 1911 because you're not 18 yet. But he said, well, you could buy one that only I shoot. You just don't shoot it. And I'll shoot it every day when we go to the range. And then when I turn 18, it'll be mine. He's a little bit of a conniver, a little crafty, if you know, he's a schemer. So he comes up with these little scenarios that make sense. And that's, I guess a lot of kids are like that. So I guess I have to buy another 1911. I got to go out and find one for him that will be just for him to shoot, and then when he turns 18, he can have it. I don't know, maybe I'll buy him a little Ruger. I've been kind of wanting to buy one of the Ruger 1911s, but we'll see. Whatever it is, I'm going to have to get some flash medallions and embed them in the grip because he's a huge flash fan. But just wanted to say that although I've never quite gotten over the stigma that my son prefers semi-automatics, he did kind of redeem himself today by choosing a classic. So I'm more than happy to go get another one as long as he sticks with it.